Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the Raw review for November 28th, 2016. The show opened up with a highlight reel featuring Kevin Owens. Owens runs down the crowd for celebrating Thanksgiving and Black Friday and says that they are the superior people, Canadians. And he decides to play along and says that he is thankful for being the face of the premiere show and that he's thankful for his best friend, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho says that he's thankful for the Seth Rollins being a stupid idiot and says that last week he was not wearing a Sin Cara mask, but in fact it was Sin Cara wearing a Chris Jericho mask. He had the mask of Jericho, man. Owens says that Rollins isn't there tonight because he beat him so badly last week. Roman comes out and says that they're pretty funny together and says that it's even as funny as Owens being a joke. Owens' championship reign being a joke. Roman says that he is the guy, Owens is just a guy. Owens says that he does not need Chris Jericho. And Roman says that if he didn't have Chris Jericho, he would no longer be champion because he would have lost it last night, he would have lost it Hell in a Cell, he would have lost it every other championship match. And when Chris tries to put Roman on the list, Kevin Owens says that he tells Chris to shut up and that he's got this and that he does not need Chris Jericho. And Roman says, fine, I don't want joke Owens joke, I want fight Owens fight, and I want that tonight. And how about this, if I beat you tonight, I get another shot, but that other shot is at Roadblock, and that shot is for the Universal title. Owens accepts. So Roman has a match, and it's against Kevin Owens, and if Roman wins that match, he gets Kevin Owens in the main event of Roadblock, probably the main event, at Roadblock against Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. Then R-Truth took on Braun Strowman. Strowman won in 20 seconds. Goldust then attacked Braun Strowman. Bear hug to Goldust. Sami Zayn came out to the rescue. Strowman slammed Sami Zayn, set him up in the corner like he did last week. Mick Foley came out and stopped the beating with a bunch of refs. And Byron Saxton came out and interviewed Mick Foley and said, "Why did you stop the action?" And Mick Foley's like, this isn't action. This is a massacre. He's not. Braun Strowman's not a superstar. He's not an entertainer. He's not a wrestler. He's a monster. And that pissed Sami Zayn right off, because he was Mick Foley was not believing in Sami Zayn, saying because he does not believe that Sami Zayn can beat Braun Strowman. And he brought up how in Mick Foley's career nobody believed that Mick Foley could actually do anything, and then he actually did it. And he called Mick Foley a hypocrite for this, and that he needs saving. He doesn't need saving from Braun. He doesn't need saving from himself. He needs saving from Mick Foley. And that was the end of that segment. Crowd didn't seem too happy with what Mick Foley was saying. Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese. Tony Nese wins with a pump handle slam off the distraction from Drew Gulak. This was Cedric Alexander's homecoming. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's where they were at. Sasha versus Charlotte for the women's title. As soon as the match starts, it makes its way outside the ring and double countout. Foley comes out and says that if this match is really the end of their feud, we're not ending it on double countout. I want you two to rest up, and later on, you two will have a match. No DQ, no count out, falls count anywhere. So that was kind of cool. Rusev versus Enzo. Enzo challenged Rusev again because he felt like he could actually beat him this time, and he did. Rusev low-blowed Enzo as soon as the match started. Enzo won by DQ. Rich Swann versus Noam Dar. Rich Swann did this really they didn't give it a name. I hate when they have a match and they don't give the name of the finisher, and especially like if someone doesn't know it, they don't give the name of the finisher. So all I did was it was a backwards kick to the face on where Schwann hit it to Noam Dar for the win. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. It was a good match, but it was slow paced. There wasn't a lot of spots. Nothing really happened in it besides the ending when Roman hit 2 Superman punches and a spear for the win. And so Owens and Roman at Roadblock for the Universal title. And also backstage, Chris Jericho was trying to leave because him and Owens got in an argument. I guess their best friendship is broken. Chris Jericho was trying to leave the stadium. Seth Rollins actually came out, pedigreed him onto a car, and I guess that is going to set up a match at Roadblock between Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho. So that will give them something to do while Roman and Owens fight. But what's the United States Championship going to be doing at Roadblock? Not sure. But yeah, this match, it was physical, but at the same time it was boring. It was good but boring, if that makes sense. The New Day versus the Club tag team title match. The Club took out Kofi and Big E, which made Xavier have to get in the match and start the fight. And then they just ganged up on Xavier for the majority of the match, and eventually Big E got in. And the match ended with Xavier rolling up Anderson, grabbing the tights, and picking up the victory. And the main event, there's also 17 days for them to beat Demolition's record, so they're obviously going to do that. 17 days will put them 28 we'll put them to the 30th, and then 15 will put them to December 15th or December 14th, depending on if there's a 31st. I don't even remember if there's 31st of November. Let's click on this calendar right here. There's not. So that'll put them at December 14th, which is a Wednesday. So pretty much there's 2 more Monday Night Raws, and if they're going to keep them. The main event, Sasha versus Charlotte in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This match was great, and it ended weirdly. The first big spot was Charlotte big booting Sasha off the apron onto the floor. She gets a 2 count. Then she jumps over the steps, hits the natural selection. 2 count. And then Sasha grabs the kendo stick and starts beating the shit out of Charlotte with it. And Charlotte hits a neck breaker. She puts the figure 8 on Sasha, but Sasha is right there next to the kendo stick and starts beating Charlotte with it again. They work their way up to the ramp onto the stage. Charlotte clears the announce table. Charlotte puts Sasha onto the announce table, but she bounces off, falls to the floor, which is like a good 10 feet. And then Charlotte gets onto the table and hits a moonsault 10 feet above the floor onto Sasha, hits a 2 count. They make their way back down to the ring. Sasha grabs the kendo stick, starts beating her some more. They make their way into the crowd. They're standing on the steps. Sasha puts Charlotte in between the railing of the steps. She locks in the big statement, and Charlotte taps. Sasha Banks is your new women's champion, a 3-time champion. They are both now 3-time champions. Before the match, Sasha and Bayley met backstage, and Sasha said that Charlotte kicked Ric Flair out of her life, so she was going to dedicate this championship match to Ric Flair. After Sasha celebrates in the crowd with the title, she gets back in the ring. Ric Flair comes out and raises Sasha's hand. Why they gave Sasha the title back, I have no idea. I thought it looked like they were setting up Sasha versus Nia and Bayley versus Charlotte, but I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. From Mick Foley's excuse for setting up this Falls Count Anywhere match, it was to compete with SmackDown and TLC, because TLC is this weekend. He said the type of matches the women are in TLC, we need to up our game. Even though they literally just had a fucking Hell in a Cell match, they're not doing good enough, apparently. Because we got, Becky and Alexa in a ladder match, I think, or a TLC match. I don't even think that has a stipulation at the moment, does it? Anyway, then you got a pretty much street fight between I don't think it's a street fight. I think it's just no DQ or no hold barred or something like that between Nikki and Carmella. And then I think that's the only two women's matches. Anyway, but the reason he made this match is to compete with those type of matches. But why? But then you don't have to give Sasha. You can still go with your main plan. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. We have SmackDown tonight, actually, because I'm recording this on Tuesday. We have SmackDown tonight. 205 Live premieres tonight. I'm not watching it. I don't care enough. The Cruiserweights are cool. I love Noam Dar, but I'm not watching it. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Camp Countout Cody, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.